The new Scream is coming out very soon. I cannot believe it, and it gives me an excuse to rewatch all these. It's probably been 10 years since I've watched this franchise. Let's start out with the classic. Let's watch Scream, telephone ringing, heartbeat. This intro part's still pretty good. Hey, no subtlety with Wes Craven, eh? God, I miss video rental stores so bad. A lot of the movie references in this haven't really aged that well, but the horror rules are still pretty damn good. God, the third act of this movie is such a fun roller coaster ride. I'm not going to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it, but even though I knew what happened, it was still a blast. I'm going to give Scream a 4 out of 5. Here's my Letterboxd review. Pretty fun ride. Let's go Scream 2. I rewatched the first Scream, now it's time to scream again! Ah! I love how meta this movie is already. Wow, that was one hell of an opening. Let's watch Scream 2! So, having Randy in a film studies class in college is pretty perfect. God, I remember wanting one of those see-through phones so frickin' bad. Oh, theater! This scene's a lot, but it's fun. Goo! Also, that cop dying right there, gruesome as fuck. I think I like this one a tad bit more than the first one. I think it holds up a little better. I'm gonna give Scream 2 a 4 out of 5. Here's my Letterboxd review. Do yourself a favor and look up Scream by Master P. It is beautifully terrible. I'm also trying to watch all of Wes Craven's movies. Here's how I have them ranked. I can't wait for Scream 3, even though I remember it being not great. I just got done watching Scream 2. Really liked it a lot. I'm going on immediately to 3. Remember not liking this one too much, but you know what? Let's just double check on that. Whoa, fancy graphics. Scream 3 time. Jesus, I forgot Jane Silent Bob were in this. Why are they in this? Wow, this whole dead mother ghost thing is very dumb. I don't know how much Scream 2 made, but it seems like Scream 3's budget just fell off a cliff. I do not like the production value here. I do like Patrick Warburton in here, though. Uh-oh. So the first two movies played with meta just right. This is jumping the shark with all of the celebrity cameos it's just throwing out there. Ugh. So yeah, this movie wasn't the greatest, but it's a little better than I remember. I'm gonna give Scream 3 a 2.5 out of 5. Here's my Letterboxd review. Very excited for 4. So I've watched the first 3 Scream movies. I even watched these 2 documentaries about them, but now it's time to go to Scream 4, a movie I barely remember. The only thing that I really remember is that the cast was fantastic. I'm very excited to see how this sucker holds up. Let's watch Scream 4! Forgot Alison Brie was in this. I absolutely love her. This scene's pretty good. Adam Brody and Anthony Anderson as cops. Pretty good. This movie has Rory Culkin and Hayden Panettiere and Emma Roberts. This cast is stacked. So Scream 4, it's aged pretty well. It was pretty ahead of its time with the social media and followers and webcam stuff. I liked it quite a bit. I'm going to give Scream 4 a 3.5 out of 5. Here's my Letterboxd review for Scream 4. My review for the new Scream will be out tonight. It has been way too long since I've gone to an opening night screening of any movie, but for Scream, I wanted to go. I didn't want to get spoiled. I wanted that day one crowd. Let's go, I'm excited! So first, let me start off by saying that Scream is in vein with all the other Scream movies, which is great. 1 and 2 were just the right amount of meta. 3 was a little bit more on the comical side. 4 was way ahead of its time. For me, this was the most predictable out of all of the Scream movies. I'm usually terrible at figuring plot points out, like who's the killer, all that jazz. I picked this one out within the first 30, 45 minutes. One of my biggest pet peeves in a movie is just because they call something out as being a stereotype and then they continue to do the stereotype. They think it's okay. This happens way too many times in Scream. Score I ended up giving it was a 3.5 out of 5 because this movie is still fun. I just think I'm kind of out of the demographic for it now. I have a slasher rankings list on Letterboxd. It's in the 30s.